Hi, welcome to the farm. I'm Audrey-Ann and I'm so glad you're here with us today. I love it when you visit with me. I feel like you're right with me. Well, today I want to share what Dave and I have been working on in our family room. So we did this, I don't know how long now, maybe a couple years. But you know, I was saying in the last video, you have to let a room speak to you sometimes before you really want to do a lot. So there are some things we did right off the bat I really liked, but I have to tell you, we've moved the furniture 3 times in here, and I'm going to show you why we did it and the spacing in the room. But we decided we really want to have some more personal things in this room. I call it the senior citizens room. Because Dave and I hang out in here. I label our candles in here, and we watch our TV in here. And so I wanted to have some more personal things. And I have this one thing. It's very primitive. I'm going to show it closer to you here in a minute. But I have wool balls in here. And I thought, oh, I should get my own sheep's wool balls. Now, some I have and some I don't. So I got this out, this plastic tub out. Oh, my gosh, look, borders. Now, how old is that? Oh my gosh, it's probably 15 years since there's been a Borders. Anyhow, I've kept some of my sheep's wool from 30 some years ago. Like, you know how people have a lock of their baby's hair, first haircut? Oh my gosh, I did that with my sheep. I have Stanley in here. And oh my gosh, Peggy, and I learned how to spin on a Suffolk, and that's not easy, but that's how I learned. And so I'm going to make some balls out of my own sheep's wool from way back, and have like a sort of like a memory room here of different things. And so I can't wait. I'm going to do that. And I love flax. I just love flax and linen and natural fabrics and textiles, and because that's what they would have had in the early days too. You know, I really was born in the wrong year. My mom used to say that all the time. And so I want this room to be rustic and natural colors and almost sort of dark without making it too dark. Cozy, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. The English called a snug. It's like a smaller room. And this isn't the smallest room in the house, but I wanted to feel almost enclosed a little bit, like a English or Irish little or Scottish little cottage that you would just walk out and this would come into this room and it's like your living room. That's a vision in my head anyhow. And, of course, I need to have a spinning wheel in here, but I have a nice flax wheel that I don't use, and I'm putting it in here. And, of course, my sheep pictures. And you saw in another video, I put a cow painting in here, and I love how that turned out. So we're going to redo some of the other things in the room. But I want this room real functional also. So I decided that we moved our books already, and I put them on the bookshelf because they were in another cupboard in another room. And I don't care that they're not 1800 books. They are modern books, but there are our bird guides. We go birding a lot. There are bird guides, my wildflower guide books, and, weaving books and yarn and sheep and... You know, I wanted to really be, this room is us. And so I'm going to share with you what we've done, and I'm real happy. It's not totally done. I want to ask for your advice in the end, what you think. I'm torn on something. So just tell me what you think. I think it's always fun. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around and let's get going. Okay, so I'm doing this. I'm thinking maybe I need to label, put little tags on who's who. But I remember who's who. I have Stushy in here, and Peggy, and Fluffy. And I even have it. Oh, I even saved some of the first time I dyed wool. Look at that pink. They're from the crab apples from our trees. I love to do all natural dyes. It's so fun. And a lot of you have asked if I have any wool balls for sale, but I've sold out of them over Christmas holiday. But I'll be having more. And a lot of you asked for the fleece that you can hang, with your decorating with the primitives. I don't have any now, but our sheep are getting sheared in about 6 to 8 weeks. So I'll have plenty then. It just takes me a little bit of time to clean it up and process it a little bit, but I'll have some for you. So thank you for asking. Oh, would you like me to show you when they get sheared? It's some people never get to see it. It's fun. It's really neat. So let me know if it's something you'd like to see. I ordered this before Christmas. A slipcover for an old chair that I have that I really like. I mean, it's old. It's supposed to be beige and it came in white. And so I was going to return it. That's why I didn't iron it. They don't have one in beige. And so I'm going to dye it. I'm just in this, I can't do it now. And so I have to iron it because you don't want the dye marks like in your wrinkles. And oh my gosh, did you ever iron slip covers? There's something. I mean, I love to iron. But I'm so disappointed, but I really want it, so I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to dye it and make the best out of it. But I'm going to put it on. To give you an overview of the room and a little bit of history, we live in a converted barn. This is part of the hayloft, and these floors are original hayloft floors. Dave made rooms in the barn, and this was our main bedroom. So when we became empty nesters, you know how things change, and finally we made this into our family room. There used to be a huge cupboard over here, and took it out. And some of our goals were to make this room personal, family pictures, ready available books to read, magazines, our newspapers. But we also wanted it to be a room where we could all hang out, so the more furniture we could fit in here, the better. And we were happy. It is towards the back of our house, so it is private, it's quiet, and it's nice to have a door on any family room because we can just shut the door and hang out someplace else in the house if this is like really messy. So that's the history. Okay, so up here we're putting up some of our log cabins in this barn. Well, 2 of our barns.
Yeah, and that barn has a story behind it. We got it on our honeymoon.
We did.
Our wedding was planned around an antique show.
It was.
So it was in Carlisle, PA, which it was a really nice antique show.
We went every year, and we went on our honeymoon there, and then we went on to Gettysburg.
Yeah.
So that was fun. So we have 2 more, and so we thought we would group those together. And I was told, and you're always learning about antiques. You never know everything. You can't. There's always something new. But I was told that some of them were made for toys, and some of them was like a sample of what you were going to build. Did you ever hear that, hon?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. It's all good wherever you put them. It's nice.
Okay.
Those are our 3 main ones. We have that little baby one.
And the shepherd.
And the shepherd. And I've had people say, hey, the people that you hang out with, don't they have TVs? Because when I'm videoing a home, I'll usually start at this end and then work around the room, and then I'll just end up at that end. But yes, we do watch TV.
Yeah.
Dave likes it, though. You do like them in a cupboard.
I do. It's nice, and it looks nice closed. We enjoy this, see the pie safe front. So
yeah, we like both.
Yeah.
You could have a real big one on that wall if you ever wanted to, but oh no, I can't see that. You want to see your antique.
I like it in a cupboard.
Okay, so I like that. That's nice. Got the shepherd up there, and okay, that's cool. Oh, I can't see. I think we're going to have to move. Yeah, we're going to have to move. You can't see the one in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's it going?
Go maybe more to the left.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You know how it is. Well, you could have just move that to the left. Okay, that's good. That'll be good. Yep. What do you think? Yeah, you could see better. The one way on the right was that was Jimmy Kramer's. I think it's in the Seasons book. If you're not familiar, it was somebody that wrote a book called Seasons, Seven Gates Farm, but I'm pretty sure that was his. Yes, I like that. All right, that's a keeper. You could say I collect everything, but I'm really not the collector. Dave is the collector. He collects country store things and old tractor things and barn things. But I love folk art, and I think that's why we both love this barn. And it always was in our kitchen. We moved it around. And in the back, that's a barn. And it's made out of a crate. It's like really neat. And this is just a little log cabin. And so we don't collect the log cabins, but you know, they say more than three's a collection. And this was Jimmy's. And look inside. It is all wallpapered inside that cabin. And it has the original door to it that had, look, the leather straps. Don't you love things like that? But it never was on. He gave it to me like that. He was very nice and gifted that to us. And so it's really not a collection, but I'm grouping some things together. And I like it. There you go. There's the wallpaper on the inside of the log cabin. Oh, isn't that neat? This is the bottom of the barn, the log cabin barn, made out of crate. Isn't that neat? And the barn has the original door, and it has a leather piece on it too. Oh, I think that's neat. I'd like to think that those were played with a lot and the doors just wore off from opening and shutting. Isn't this make-do wonderful? I just love it. I got this from a friend of mine, Harriet, and I have a feeling she used it for spinning or her knitting, but it looks like pantry boxes. And there's two of them. It's a make-do. It has like a handle on it. So there's all our sheeps. There's Stushy in there, and and then I did, this is toe flax that I put in here, and I love it when people come and I get to share that. And I put the flax string, David did that on the winder. And so of course, you know, when you have sheep, you've got to have all these things. Oh, and I really want to show you what's down here. And I have to tell you, I had this all in a beautiful big firkin, right where this is, right at the spinning wheel. But Katie May could not leave these things alone. She kept taking the wool balls out. And so I thought, oh, I have this, I'll put them in that. You know, things are Katie May proofed here in the house. I like how it turned out with a spinning wheel. And one of my favorite sheep pictures there. Oh my gosh, can you hear Katie May in the background? She's going crazy because Dave went outside and he didn't take her. I think I'm going to have to get a boning. Okay, I'll be right back. I got to go get Katie. Okay, good girl, sit. Where's your bed? Show me your bed. Where's your bed? Where's your bed? Show me your bed. Where's your bed? Sit. Okay, good girl. Now here's something Dave and I do collect. We love vintage and early sheep shears, and so these are some of the fun ones that I brought in, but it's hard to find with the leather strap. That's an old English one. And okay, I'm going to show you my favorite. Look at this. I don't know if you could see it good. It's a shepherd boy with a corgi. I'm laughing at myself because I would tell you I don't collect cows either. But look, I guess I do and don't know it. I've always loved this painting, and I think it looks great grouped with the little cows. And they're not all in the best condition, but we don't care. That one, it was a pool toy. It's missing the bottom. And this one has a little bit of issues with it too. It was cracked, but I like them. David used to raise cows, and it just seems so appropriate for here. When we did this room, we also thought of bringing in architectural details. Like we wanted early shutters, and that's from the 1797 home, the paneling in the back. I was so pleased with the floors. These are original barn wood floors. We had them sanded, and I finished them myself. I love doing that. I love how it turned out. And we wanted to put a faux fireplace in here. And I like how that turned out. At first I sort of didn't. I use peel and stick. I'm not crazy about that at all. I just like regular wallpaper. But it worked out. But it was too bright. And so I just took black paint and thinned it and smeared it on and here and there. And I think that turned out okay. So I was real happy with the architectural elements that we could bring into the room to make it look even older, to make it look more early American. I was thrilled that we could fit the 2 recliners in here. That's my first recliner, and oh boy, friends, they sure are nice. But the big chair in the back, now that's our reading nook. I love that chair back there. I didn't have it there. I had it over here, and it was really in this corner. It was too big with the door. And also we had the pie safe straight on that wall, not at an angle. So you do have to move some things around. I measured before we put the furniture in here, and sometimes it just, once you do it, it's just too tight, or it doesn't flow. So I was real happy that we could move those things around, and it worked out for the recliners. And I had blue and white furniture in here from another room, and oh, I did not like it with this rug, so it ended up at my daughter's. And I just love this darker furniture. It just reminds me of, I don't know, of nature, of the flax. I just love it. Here's a special piece in the room. Dave had the kids carve their names in the top of the stool, and then scratched it, made it look old. Of course, puppies along the way have helped. And we keep that in between us and keep our drinks on it. I love it. So that's an idea for you if you'd like to do that in your family. Well, if you like antiques and primitives, I know you can relate to this. I started out with this blanket chest here. Then I had a table. Then I had something else. And I am back to the blanket chest. You know how that goes. You just, you move it around till you think you really, really like it. But I love this here. I keep my magazines in it. When company comes, it's easy just to put the snacks there, have our tea here. I'm real happy, so I'm going to keep this here. Did you ever buy a cupboard for the knob? Because you love the knob? I have. And I think I bought this blanket chest for the feet. I just loved it on there. It's an early Pennsylvania one, and yes, it's definitely staying in the room. But I think what I love more is what's on top of it. You know, I love to have a textiles in all my rooms. And I bought this. It was in a box. And the whole box was $1 filled with textiles. And when I came to this piece, oh my goodness, I was so excited. You know, in the 1830s, America was starting a romantic period in literature, in music, and in decorating. Rufus Porter was very popular with nature on the walls. They were stenciling birds and flowers on the walls. The fabric had a lot of embroidery in it. I think this is really one of my favorite things. It's like a crazy quilt, really, but it's a mat. It's a mat on the table. It's all finished around the edges. Oh my goodness, it really, this is my favorite thing in the whole room. And you know, Rebecca and Jonathan were starting their homestead in the 1830s. They were married 1827, and I would just like to think that Rebecca was sewing or had something like this, and that she loved nature too. Okay, and back to function. I have a basket over there for all the blankets when the kids come over. I keep hooked rugs in this crock. I'm going to try to see if I can find a crock over there. And I need to make some pillows for the couch. And over in this corner where we had a chair is part of my collection of my sheep. And I have a friend that is very poorly in ill health. And she sent me these pictures. And so I had to put them up here so that I could always see them. And this jelly cupboard, I talked about this not long ago. Oh, the door fell off getting it out of the truck. But it worked out good because I have my collection of crazy quilts. And I love them. Again, it's like homey, dark colors. And I wanted to bring some more wool in. I'll probably hang a fleece on there once the sheep are sheared. But those are Dave's hunting socks. So I wanted to put some wool and some stretchers, and what better not than Dave's. Okay, friends, here's my question to you. Do I keep the shelf up or take it down? So when we started this room out, I did not have that piece of furniture. There was a chair there, and I didn't have that piece in the corner. So is that shelf too crowded between them? And we want to put some personal pictures up there. Move some family pictures in here. Some sheep pictures. Old farm pictures. But I could leave the shelf up and put them in frames, and then you can move them in and out and around, and then just hang some below. Or I could take the shelf down and just put everything on the wall. So, keep shelf up, take shelf down. What's your vote?
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you in the next one. Hopefully not in our recliners.
Can't make any promises.
As Mom would say, toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, friends.